Aether and Iron is one of those games that immediately stands out through its setting and tone. A mix of industrial steampunk aesthetics, narrative-driven exploration, and system-based gameplay, it promises a world where technology and mystery collide. Airships, machinery, and layered storytelling all play a role in shaping the experience. But strong atmosphere and world building don't automatically guarantee a great game. So the real question is Aether and Iron actually worth playing? From the very beginning, the game establishes a distinct identity. You're placed into a world driven by industry and powered by strange energy sources, where progress comes at a cost. Whether you're navigating dense cities or exploring mechanical environments, there's a constant sense that this world is built on both innovation and instability. The tone is serious, with a focus on discovery and gradual understanding. Gameplay blends exploration, light RPG systems, and mechanical interaction. You'll move through environments, gather resources, upgrade equipment, and interact with characters that shape the narrative. Progression is tied to both your understanding of the world and your ability to manage systems effectively. It's not purely action-driven. Instead, it leans into decision-making and gradual development. Where Aether and Iron stands out is in its world-building. The setting feels intentional and layered, with environmental storytelling playing a key role. Small details, from machinery design to background elements, contribute to the overall immersion. The game doesn't rely heavily on exposition. Instead, it encourages players to piece together information through exploration. However, the experience can feel slow at times. The pacing is deliberate, and not every moment is filled with action or major progression. Some sections focus heavily on traversal and interaction, which may feel drawn out for players expecting constant engagement. The systems themselves are solid, but they don't always evolve dramatically as the game progresses.
You're the one who knows things, and that's all you know?
The girl's hiding. I found her buying passage from an unsavory sort, and I offered her an alternative. She's desperate, and she had money.
That was nothing, but more than I could have hoped from a man who charges a premium on information. Sounds too easy.
For you, Randazzo, too easy is all you get. For now.
And if she brings in heat from the heights?
I trust you will adapt.
Where's Wilson? Morgan looks worse for wear out there.
Visually, the game leans heavily into its steampunk identity. Metallic structures, industrial environments, and atmospheric lighting create a cohesive look. It's not about high-end graphical realism. It's about style and consistency. The art direction does most of the work in making the world feel believable.
Quiet their dull murmurings as Mr. Blanc leans forward again.
You'd do best to forget Mr. Wilson. Him and those he associated with. Or you too will find yourself out of my employ.
I'd struck a nerve, one that ran deep. Too deep for me to feel comfortable going any further. Mr. Blanc is a monster in his own right. I don't want to know what ghosts haunt his closet. I'll get it done in a few hours. And maybe next time we talk, the work will require more than my babysitting skills.
Your reputation is mud, Randazzo. This is charity. Do the job. You'll be paid. Half your usual.
I thought we knew each other better. After how many jobs? And you're going to
Sound design supports the atmosphere well. Mechanical noises, ambient industrial sounds, and subtle music tracks reinforce the setting without overwhelming the player. Audio cues are used carefully, adding to immersion rather than distraction. Pacing follows a steady, controlled rhythm. Early gameplay introduces systems gradually, allowing players to adapt. Mid-game expands on exploration and progression, while later stages focus on refining your approach and understanding the world more deeply. It's a slow burn experience that rewards patience.
A harsh whistle of wind screeches through the floor, punctuating the man's heavy words. Tension ripples down my spine, and I become mute.
You will take this job. I will pay even less, and you will take this job. You have no choice. So say yes and leave.
He has me pegged. I'm broke without a single lead. Without this job, I don't even think I could last the week before I'd need to call in a favor best left undisturbed. Yes.
She's down below after stepping out for air. You'll find her there, being obvious. Good luck, Randazzo.
Replay value is moderate. While there may be different ways to approach certain decisions or upgrades, the overall structure remains consistent. This is more of a single, cohesive journey rather than a highly replayable sandbox.
While the Joneses have their gilded wallpaper, all I have is a head full of some days. Unfortunately, dreams don't provide much of a view when your eyes are open. Finally, the first drop of real sunshine all day. Zio always told me to have a way out. This old greenhouse has plenty of windows that offer that very service. Would hate to break one on a quick getaway, though. I still have that new edition of BAM to read. Later. New York City's bigger than the world that holds it. A single filing cabinet couldn't contain it all, but I always found a way to keep it stocked with everything I need. I can last one more day. What would you do, Zio? Say job's over, cut the kid loose and run? Would definitely save me from a headache. The way she holds herself is too bright for my apartment, too colorful. Everything feels smaller, the space between the shrinking walls taken up by her testimony.
I've been tracking growth patterns around gravitational anomalies. The well's always been an unusual case. It goes through the occasional spike and ebb, but it's always stabilized, eventually. My colleagues and I were supposed to meet and discuss what to do about the well, but I was late. I would have been inside already if it hadn't been for Professor Gardner. He discovered something was wrong first. He tried to get me away, and because of me,
She trembles, leaving the unspoken sound of a falling body to echo off the walls.
There was an explosion. Everything burned so fast. I wanted to help, but Professor Gardner wasn't moving. That's when I saw him. The black hat. And then he saw me. I ran as fast as I could. Didn't have time to take anything else but the notes I had on me.
That's a hell of a story. So a professional killer snuck into the Heights and blew up a building just to get his mitts on you and your research. And you have no idea why.
I truly don't. Please, you have to believe me.
Your colleague.
So, is Aether and Iron worth playing? If you enjoy atmospheric worlds, exploration-focused gameplay, and steady progression with strong thematic identity, then yes, it's worth your time. It offers a unique setting and a consistent experience that builds immersion over time. However, if you're looking for fast-paced action, rapidly evolving mechanics, or high replayability, this may feel too slow and restrained. Aether and Iron isn't trying to be explosive or overly complex. It's focused on atmosphere, world building, and controlled progression. And within that framework, it succeeds. If you enjoyed this Is It Worth Playing review and want more honest breakdowns of indie games, atmospheric titles, and new releases, check out the other videos on the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you in the next review.